All right, that's percentages. First of all, you're asked to find 25% of $150,000, right? So that's 25 over 100 because percent is about 100. 150,000. The very first one on page 4. Okay, so what did you get for? So 25 over 100 times 150,000, you got 300 and what? 375,000, you mean? Or just 3? Did you do 25 over 100 times 150,000? Yeah, 25 times 150. Okay, if you have your calculator, just use your calculator and simplify. 1,500. What is left is now 25 times 1,500. And that would be $37,500. Okay, $37,500. All right. Okay, now how did you do this? B, 30 is what percentage of 120? Okay, times, okay, so it's like saying 30 out of 120, isn't it? 30 out of 120. So you did 30 over 120. Of course, you can now multiply by 100 to get it in percentage. This goes, some numbers we strike out. Like you did, this strikes out this. So you have 300 over 12. And what did you get? You can use your calculator to simplify it. What did you get? Okay, let's make it. I'm asking you to give me the answer for this. Is that what you got as 25? %, right? Okay, so how did you do this? Let's see. Let me zoom it in. Okay. Okay, it says a discount of 15% is applied to a cost of £300. What is the new cost? Okay, you said you did what? You did 15 over 100, which is the 15% times 300, isn't it? And you got what? Interesting. This gives 45. And then what did you do next? Okay, so since it's a discount, you have to remove this amount. All right, so that's correct. All right, so you did 300 minus 45. What did you get? New cost is now equal to 300 minus 35. 255, you said? £255. All right, next, reverse percentage. So A, you know, a reverse percentage, that percentage would have been taken care of before they read the new value now. So we're going to get what it was originally. I'm on page 5 of 9. All right, so let's go. How will you do this one? It says a property is sold for £250,000. This was after a discount of 20% was applied. What was the original cost? So what do you do? I doubt what you did. Now you listen. Are you ready? It says a property was sold for $250,000. This was after a discount of 20% was applied. What was the original thing? There are many ways to actually solve this. Listen very attentively. You can actually say the original thing was 100%. And that 100% is what we don't know. We can call it X. Now, when you remove 20%, because it says discount means take out 20%. If you take out 20% from 100, what do you have? So this cost is the 80% for 80%. This is one way of doing it. 80% is now, what's the value for the 80%, which it was sold at? So for 80, 250,000. So you cross multiply. This is one way you can do that. You just cross multiply to get X. You know, the original thing is the full thing, 100%. After a discount of 20%, that means you need to remove 20% from the full thing, which is 100%. Remove 20%, you have 80% left. So 100% is X we are looking for. So I could have actually said, let the original be X. Can you now cross multiply and give me the answer? Okay. So this time this, this time this. That means this is actually not correct. What's your answer? We need to hurry up, please. Okay, I believe what you did was 80 times X to cross multiply like this. That's 80X. 80X is equal to, you also cross multiply like this, 100 times 250,000. That would be 250,000,000. Then you found X. X is equal to 250,000,000 divided by 80, isn't it? You divide both sides by 80. And what's the final answer? $212,500. You said 312,500. Okay, 312,500. I hope that is understood. Even though they are all related, but you can consider that as a different method. You can call the full thing as 1. So 1 is X. Are you listening to me? This is another way of doing it. You can say alternatively, you can call the full thing as, the full thing can be regarded as one whole number. So one whole number is X we are looking for, because it says what's the original cost. The original cost is 1. Now if you take out 20%, 20% is like 0.2, isn't it? Remove 0.2 from 1. What I mean is 1 minus 0.2. So 1 minus 0.2 is that cost we are giving there, which is 250,000. You know, and this will eventually become 1 equal to X, 0.8 equal to that. In other words, 1 equal to X, then 0.8 equal to 250,000. You can still solve and get the same answer. Because 1 minus 0.2 will give you 0.8. Do you understand? So you cross multiply, you will get the same answer. x will still be equal to 312,500. All right, so let's do this second one. I will zoom it in. It says after the cost of a building increased by 25%, the new cost became 450,000. What was the original cost? You need to be audible, please. 100% is X. Remember, it said after the cost of the building increased by, okay, so go ahead. You said the 100% is X. 100% is X. Remember, it increased. Watch it, it increased. Yes, it increased. 100% is X. So this time around it is increasing. It increased by exactly. Interesting. So 100%, which is the original thing, is X. Now it increased by 25%. That means you're going to add 25% to 100. If you add 25% to 100, you're going to have 125%. It's equal to this thing we have, 450,000. I hope you're getting this. So 100%, which is the original, is X. It increased by 25%, so you add a 25% to 100, 125 equal to 450, which is given. So you can now cross multiply to find X. So what will it be? If you cross multiply 125x equal to, okay, so x is divide both side by this, divide both side by 125. Okay, what did you say you got? What did you say you got? 360,000. All right, take note of this. They made two methods. Take note of this. All right, so let's go to the next page. Go to the next page. Read it out. All right. Work out the normal price. It says the normal price of a television is reduced by 30% in a sale. The sale price of the television is $350. Work out the normal price. So what do? Okay, 100% is equal to X. Okay, it's reduced by 30%. So that's 70. If you take 30 out of 100, it's 70. So you could actually do 100 minus 30 equals 70%. So 70% is now 350. So what's X? You cross multiply. Okay, you get 70x equals, that's 70 times x, 70x, 350 times 100, that gives 35000. So x is divide both sides by 375, 70. No. Okay. What did you say you got? 500. Okay. All right, next. So in a cell, a normal price, normal prices are reduced by 20%. A washing machine has a sale price of 464. So by how much is the normal price of the washing machine reduced? Pardon? I'm listening. Okay, you are saying let the normal price be X. Equals X, which is the 100%. So 100% is equal to X. All right. It's reduced by 20%. So you are going to first of all reduce it by 20%. So you say 100 minus 20, which is now 80%. So 80% is what now? Okay. 80% is giving us 464. So you find X, isn't it? You cross multiply. That's 80X. 80X equals 46400. You divide both sides, and X is what now? What do you have? Okay. So X is 580. Now the question is, by how much is the normal price of the washing machine reduced? So what do you do? Okay, good. This is the original price for 580, but it is sold at 464. So the reduction, the actual discount is actually, if you like, actual discount is actually 580 minus 464, which is what? What do you say? 160. All right, next. All right. It's still about percentages. All right, first of all, the cost is 8,500 pounds plus a VAT of 20%. So let's even see the total thing he will pay. Let's calculate the real value of the VAT. The real value of the VAT is 20% of 8,500, isn't it? Quickly, let's work it out quickly. 80% of 8,500, and what does that give you? %20 of 8,500. Work it out with the calculator so that we can conclude. Please be audible. 1,700. Okay, so that means the total is that value plus this VAT. So total will be 8,500 plus 1,700. And what does that give? Read out the digits. $10200. 10,200, right? You said 10200. All right. So this is the total thing. The value plus a VAT of 20%. Now he begins to pay 531.25 each month and paid it in 12 equal installments. So let's see how much he paid in total. So total installments. $531.25 times 12, and what does that give you? Quickly, so that we can conclude. 531.25 times 12, what do you have? 6375. Is there a zero? Okay, 6,375. So how much did he pay as deposit? This was a total thing, but this is what he paid in total if he was paying 531.25 in 12 different installments, equal installments. So how much did he pay deposit? The difference, of course, because this is the total thing he was supposed to pay initially, and then he was paying this 531.25 for 12 different times, which amounts to 63575. So how much did he deposit? You can call it initial deposit payment. Initial deposit payment will be the difference, which is 10,200 minus 6,375. And what did you say you got? 3,825. All right, so that's all. It just says find the ratio of the deposit to the total of the 12 equal installments. So the ratio will simply be, the deposit is 3,825. That's ratio of deposit. Is ratio for deposit. Sorry, let me conclude with that very quickly. Deposit ratio total installment ratio total installments, instrumental payments. All right, so deposit is 3,825 ratio that. Just simplify. 3,825 ratio 6,375. You just simplify. That's the final answer. Says, okay, let me see. The next we can look at. All right, let's see this. This says a shop has a sale microwave ovens 1/3 off normal price. Combination ovens 40% off normal price. And it says a microwave oven has a sale price of £90. A combination oven has a sale price of £84. And which of these ovens has the greater number of price? And you must show your working. Okay. So this is also a case of reverse percentage, because the microwave oven is sold at 1/3 off the normal price. It's sold at this £90, but that is 1/3 off the normal price. So what was the normal price? If the sale is £90, after we've taken out 1/3 off, that's 1/3 out of what it was originally. If the discount of 1/3 was taken out, and then it is now sold at 90%. So we can find the normal price. Let the normal price be X. I can say let normal price equal to X, as we've always done. The normal price equals X. So if normal price is equal to X, we're told that 1/3 is taken out as discount. Assuming the whole thing was 100%, I told you it could be 100%, you can use 1. Let the whole thing be 1. So a whole 1 is equal to X, which is the normal price. And then 1/3 is taken out. If you remove 1/3, that means 1 minus 1/3. And that what will be left will be 2/3. And that 2/3 is now, what is now given 90. So 1 is X, 2/3 is 90. As usual, we cross multiply. We cross multiply to get what X will be. The whole full thing is one whole number, X. After we remove 1/3, what is left is now 2/3, which is 90. Because it says after 1/3 off, it is sold at 90%. What was the original thing, which is the normal price? So 1 is X. After removing 1/3, you have 2/3. 2/3 is now 90, so you cross multiply. 2/3 times X equal to 1 times 90. 2/3 times X gives us 2/3 X. So I'm going to write 2/3X is equal to, that's just a moment, 2/3X, that's 2/3 times X, this time this equal to this time this. That will give us 90 times 1, which is 90. So to find X, we divide both sides by 2/3. This is like saying X is equal to 90 divided by 2/3. And you remember when you are doing division of fraction, you change it to multiplication and flip. So it becomes 90 times 3/2. And that will give us 135. So the normal thing was 135 pounds. 135 pounds. Let me show the pounds. It was actually 135 pounds. That's the normal thing, 135 pounds. So we do the same thing that's for microwave oven. We do the same thing for combination oven. For combination oven, we're told that 40% is taken off. And the price is now 84. 40% is taken off. The whole thing was 100%. So 100% was the full thing, which we want to find out X, the normal price, 100%. After you remove 40%, that is to say 100 minus 40, which is 60%. So 60% is now what is given, 84. 60% is 84. Again, we can cross multiply. This time this time this. You can simply say 60 times X. Forget about the percentages. 60 times X and then 84 times 100. Because the percentage will cancel out later. So you have 60 times X is 60X. That's 60 times X. Cross multiply, cross multiply. Then 100 times 84 will give you 8400. Now to find X, we do X equal to 8400 divided by 60. And then that gives 140. 140 pounds. So this gives 140 pounds. 140 pounds. 140. So we now have 140. We have 140 pounds for the combination oven. That's the normal price for the combination oven, 140 pounds. And also the normal price for the microwave oven is 135 pounds. So which of these ovens has a greater normal price? Obviously, the combination oven. Has a greater normal price. Because the combination oven has 140 while the microwave oven has 135. Okay, now we can look at yet another one. It says, let's look at this question here before we look at ratio. This one says Susa has 600 milliliter bottle of wallpaper remover. She's going to mix some of the wallpaper remover with water. Here is the information. Now mix 1/4 of the wallpaper remover with 4,500 milliliter of water. The wallpaper remover is 600 milliliter. Mix 1/4 of the wallpaper remover with 4,500 milliliter of water. It says Suha is given 750 milliliter of water. Suha has a full 600 milliliter of wallpaper remover. So he will mix 1/4 of the 600 milliliter with 450 milliliter of 4,500 milliliter of water. Okay. Remember, he will mix 1/4 of the wallpaper remover with 4,500 milliliter of water. So 1/4 of 600 milliliter will be what? You have 1/4 of means times 600. And 1/4 times 600 will give us 150. So he's going to use 150 milliliter of wallpaper remover with 4,500 milliliter of water. Let's call the wallpaper remover WR, and I will call the water W. You know. So 150 milliliter for how much of water? 4,500 milliliter of water. So I can write it down here. 150 milliliter of WR goes with 4,500 milliliter of water. So W represents water, WR represents wallpaper remover. Then he says Suha is going to use 750 milliliter of water. 750 milliliter of water. He will use 750 milliliter of water. So how many millimeters of wallpaper remover should Suha use? So we do simple proportion. Now when he uses 750 milliliter of water, 750 milliliter of water, how much of the wallpaper will he use? We can call that X. X wallpaper remover. So 150 milliliter of wallpaper remover for 4,500 milliliter of water. X for wallpaper remover for 750 milliliter of water, because that's what we're giving. It says Suha has a total of 750 milliliter of water. So how many milliliters of wallpaper remover should Suha use? So 150 that we have found, because 1/4 of 600, 1/4 of 600 is 150. And that 150 is used with 4,500. So 150 with 4,500 milliliter of water. 150 of wallpaper remover with 4,500 milliliter of water. So X for 750 that we are given of water. You cross multiply as usual. So we're going to have 4,500 X, which is this times this, is equal to 150 times 750. So 150 times 750, we use our calculator. Now 150 times 750 gives 112,500. What I did, X times 4,500 gives 4,500 X. So 150 times 750 gives 112,500. 112,500. That's what we have. So now we can find X by dividing both sides by 4,500. So X becomes 112,500 divided by 450, or 4,500 divided by 4,500, which is, so divided by 4,500, that's 25. That gives us 25 milliliter of wallpaper remover, of wallpaper remover. So the answer is 25 milliliter. Okay, which other example can we practice? Let's go to ratio, which is similar to what we have been doing. Look at this question. It says, let me zoom out a bit so that we can create space. The ratio of boys to girls in a population in a school is 3:5. If there are 45 boys, what is the total population of the school? There are many ways to do that. Ratio of boys to girls, 3:5. So boys, girls, you have 3:5. 3:5. And we are told that there are 45 boys. 45 boys. So under boys, we're going to have 45. Under girls, we don't know how many girls we have, so we can just call it X. Similarly, we cross multiply this time this time this to get the number of girls. That's one way we can do it. So 3 times X gives us 3X. So we have 3X equals 45 times 5. 45 times 5 gives us 225. So 225. So X will be equal to, divide both sides by 3. 225 divided by 3. That gives us 75. So there are 75 girls. If the ratio of boys to girls is 3:5. If you have 45 boys, you have X girls, which is 75 girls. So what is the total population of the school? The total population will be the total of everybody. Therefore, total is number of boys plus number of girls. Number of boys is 45 plus number of girls 75. and that gives us 120. 120 students. Okay, that's a simple way we can do this. Let me zoom out a bit so that we can see the whole thing fully. I think I should have another question on ratio. Okay, let's see this. It says a man shares the sum of 120 pounds to 2 workers in the ratio 1:5. Find the difference between the workers' shares. Here the ratio is 1:5. Sum of ratio, we can start by saying sum of ratio is 1 plus 5, and that gives us 6. That's the sum of ratio. So this is the whole thing they are sharing. So we divide this by this sum of the ratio, 1 and 5. 1 and 5 gives together 6. So divide 120 by 6 to get what one ratio can get. So 120 divided by 6 gives us 20. Gives us 20. So this is 1 unit. What 1 unit of the ratio we get? 1 unit we get 20. So we can now use it to find what each of these units we get. So 1 unit is 20. The other one will be what? So 1 unit is 20. 5 units should be what? Simple proportion again. You just multiply, cross multiply. 1 times x, 5 times 20. So 1 times x is x, is equal to 5 times 20, which is 100. So it means one person gets 20 because the 1 for 1 is 20. You could have also said the 1 for 1 is simply say 20 times 1, which is 20. And the 1 for 5 is 100. So the difference, so it says the difference between the 2 workers' shares. The difference will be what one got, 100, minus what the other one got, 20. So the difference will be 100 minus 20. All right.